Welcome to A2Z Redemption's podcast titled Our Mind or His. A well-meaning friend told me on at least 2 separate occasions, God gave us a mind and He intended for us to use it. What may have prompted the comment was probably my share in an aspect of my faith and dependency on God, as I choose daily to live and move and have my being in Him, never apart from Him. His word is truly the light that guides where I walk as it illuminates my path. And having walked and stumbled in darkness, I now hold fast the way He leads in all aspects of my life. To some, this may appear foolishness or weak or an excuse not to take responsibility. For me, it's the exact opposite, as there are times I so want to use my common sense and do what feels right in my own eyes. You see, my friend is right. God did give me, He gave us a brain, and He fully intends us to use it because we are made in His image. His plan, as we see in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, was then and now that we would use this mind that He gave us to choose Him. That's why the Apostle Paul encourages us to put on the mind of Christ. He goes so far as to tell us what to think on things that are good and pure and right, and things that are lovely, things that have a good report. And then he encourages us to bring every thought that is not of God into captivity to the obedience and knowledge of Christ. This is not for the faint of heart, my friend. It's not for the foolish, the weak, or those who don't want to take responsibility. It takes daily increase in strength, courage, discipline, surrender, and persistence, especially with all the choices we have in this life. Adam and Eve had one command and unlimited choices. They could eat from the multitude of trees in the garden. Those were their multiple choices. And they were commanded not to eat from only one tree. That one command. Sounds simple, doesn't it? It's anything but. They used their common sense, the mind that God intentionally gave them, and they made the wrong choice that began a chain of events that still impacts humankind today. Saying the devil made me do it, or the woman, or whomever, made me do it with flimsy excuses. At the end of the day, they chose. They used the mind God gave them and made a conscious choice. Had they used the same free-thinking mind to choose God's one command? Wow. Say what a difference that would have made to us is the greatest understatement ever made. I don't know about you. I've freely used the mind God gave me and made some stupid choices over the years. By His grace, I've also made some good ones. However, I no longer want my choices to be a guessing game. Therefore, I choose daily to use my free will, my God-given mind, to choose His mind, His thoughts, His ways, knowing that the one who sees the end from the beginning already knows the outcome, and He says that it's good, regardless of what it may look like on the surface or not. I think of bold choices to follow God that appeared foolish on the surface, but had the seed of greatness woven into it. The 3 Hebrew boys choosing the fiery furnace rather than disobey God's command. Daniel choosing the lion's den, and the ultimate choice of Yeshua choosing the cross are but a few historical examples. In many nations today, many choose persecution rather than compromise their faith. For me, I choose the narrow way of this one thing, the mind of Christ. So I thank my friend for her sage advice. I'm so grateful that God gave me, that He gave us a mind, and with it, I fully intend to trade it in for His. Blessings, my friend, and thanks for listening.